All right, we are back with another episode of It's That Easy, and this time we're recapping our NFL and NCAA football season with all the pesos that we got. Good times, man. As always, I'm with my co-host Big Peso. What's happening, man?
What's up, Rob?
Oh, man. All kinds of good stuff. I'm starting to learn basketball now, but I do miss football already. It didn't take long, and I'm like, man, I can't wait till football. I think I heard somebody say like 170 days till football or something like that. Like, we're already counting down the days, man. So, yeah. But, yeah, man. So what did you think about the season?
I loved it, man. I learned a lot, had a good time.
Yeah.
I always thought that I knew a little bit about the numbers. No, doing this little podcast with you, man. And digging and doing some research. It was a lot more time consuming than I thought it would be.
Right.
I found myself putting in, 3 or 4 hours a day looking at it. And then at night, if I was doing nothing, sometimes I'd fall asleep and I'd wake up thinking about it.
Oh, yeah. I dream about it. I would dream about these numbers, man. That was so crazy.
And getting online and finding all of these different sports chats from different cities, listen to the homers talk about what's going on there. How many, after you listen to enough of these things,
right,
you realize that the word fan truly comes from the word fanatical.
right. Yeah.
There's so many fanatics, man. I mean, they're going to teams' practices every day. Wow. They're videoing and taking notes and, oh, look, number 82 sprained his big toe and I mean, just crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But then on Sunday, you look at it and like, shit. I mean, that was pretty good.
Right. Yeah. Well, and I guess I don't listen to a lot of experts. Maybe I listen to like ESPN. Obviously the local stations that are doing their pregame shows and postgame shows, and you hear a lot of those guys pick. And I remember thinking way back when, I thought, man, these guys played football, they coach football, they know football. These guys got to be. And then they say like, oh yeah, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. I guarantee you these guys are going to win. I'm thinking like, man, these guys know so much. That's unbelievable. And then they lose. And you're like, wait a minute, but so-and-so just said, and then you realize after a while, like, you and I have about the same odds of picking the winners of every game each week that everyone else does in the entire world. So it's either you're going to win or lose, right? 50% on each one, right? Somebody's going to win, somebody's going to lose. So
I found that on all of the shows that we watch, all the podcasts, there's 2 or 3 podcasts that are really good.
Yeah.
There's just one dude on YouTube who hammers the props. I mean, that guy's money.
Yeah.
And then on bigger shows, freaking McAfee.
right. Yes.
I mean, McAfee, he's in it. Like, he's surrounded. He's just like, he lives that stuff.
Yeah.
But he's got a staff of nerds who that's got to be all they do is just crunch numbers and research all the time. He comes up with some stuff, man. I mean, and if I was going to put money on one guy, it'd be him.
Okay.
A close second will be Herbie.
Really?
Herb Street.
Okay.
Herb Street in college football. Oh man, that dude. I don't know who he knows. He's got Harry Potter tied up in his house or something. That guy, he nails it. I mean, he nails his dogs. He's good.
Yeah.
Football, McAfee all day.
Wow. No, I mean, I agree. I think, but what do they have at their fingertips all this information, and with all that stuff, you're still, what do you think they're like, 55%, 60%, right?
I bet McAfee's more than that. I mean,
you think so?
We were talking about the odds makers, and the guys in Vegas that are picking the lines and picking the spreads and, they're manipulating this and that to adjust for props and adjust for teasers. And Vegas, at the end of the day, Vegas wants to go 50-50.
Right.
They want to win 2 and lose 2 because they can live on the juice all day long.
True.
So when they're making 5 to 10% at least on their plays, and there's millions of plays every week. Oh man.
Yeah.
I mean,
they definitely do it in volume. They're not trying to, like you and I, like hit one big or a couple big games
Right.
1 week. They're doing it in the volume of the amount of idiots that bet.
For sure.
Probably like me that bet and then they lose compared to the smaller amount that may win a bigger numbers, but most of them are I think most people are gonna lose their bets. So
I found that this year, just doing my research, especially on time of possession and yards per gain, yards per play,
yeah,
and on points per possession, I found that I could reasonably guess the numbers without looking at the Vegas total,
yeah,
and I was getting pretty close.
Yeah,
pretty close.
Yeah, you're talking NFL, right? NFL.
Yeah, NFL.
Okay.
Oh my, yeah, not college.
Yeah,
But then bring the teaser in, and I started looking at the teasers just because I wanted to do something different,
right,
than the other guys on YouTube are doing. I'm not seeing any other guys doing teasers every week.
right.
But this year, 95% of my plays were all teasers.
Yeah, yeah.
You
got good at those as the weeks went on. You got better and better at picking those. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I had 6 perfect weeks.
Yeah.
But I learned that past little tickler, that little 7-point teaser.
Yeah.
It's nice to get the odds. It pays 200.
Right.
200.
Yeah.
You're getting 2 to 1 on your money.
Yep.
But I lost, more than twice the amount of times that I won.
Well, because that's hard. Like 7 points in a football game is not a lot, right? It's not a lot of points. 13 gives you a little better, odds, or put the odds in your favor. But 7 is not a lot of points, man. As quickly as they can score and as good as those teams are, it's not a lot.
That 7-point teaser, I did 14 of them this year. I went 4-10.
Yeah.
So I won't do any of those again next year.
How about just get better at them and you'll make more money?
Yeah, no, I would, but I'm gonna. And the big teasers, I did 39 big teasers, not counting the Super Bowl, and I went 31-8.
No, those were good. Like I said, I think early on they were kind of hit and miss, and then as the weeks went on, they started to hit, all the way right before or maybe even into the playoffs, I think. So
it's playoffs, I killed it. And then my big teaser, I went 6-1 on those. So it was a good year.
What are we considering big teasers? The amount of money bet?
The amount of money bet.
Okay,
yeah. I did 500 pesos per bet on those, but then there were 2 of them that I did $1,200 on that I just can't remember which ones they were.
Oh, you know what? I put that one twice, but the big teaser you said was $100 per bet.
Yeah.
And the ticklers were what? Did you say 50 or
50? I did 50 a piece on those.
Okay, yeah. And then the big one. That was a big one. Yeah.
Yeah, my plan was to win big in that last playoff game, so I could have I wanted to have a 5-digit teaser on the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen. But
well, yeah, because the Broncos and Patriots didn't score crap.
That was horrible. The under killed me on that one.
You know what? I still believe if Bo Nix plays in that game, Denver's in the Super Bowl. And it might even be a different Super Bowl, because they were just better. But he doesn't play and they still they lose by 3 points,
If that weather had just held off for 30 more minutes.
Yeah.
So, a lot of what ifs, but
yeah, true.
But at the end of the day, I learned a ton this season. Was up over 6,000 on my big teasers.
Yep.
I had a great Super Bowl, won a couple grand on the Super Bowl. So I'm ready to do it again next year, man. I'm already looking at stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
That New England guy that did the exacta bet and picked New England, Seattle in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
$100 bet that was worth 310 grand in the big game.
Wow.
Next year, I'm gonna do a bunch of numbers, but when the season starts, I'm gonna pick 4 teams and I'm gonna put $50 each on them.
Okay.
Four combinations.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. He did combo or he did individual ones? It was combo.
Combination.
Okay. Yeah. Well, here are the Super Bowl ones. Here's the Super Bowl bets we did. Yeah, you put a ton of that's a ton of bets on there, man. Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Engine 75.
Yeah, we did. I did 17 props just on the players, and then I had some other props that were on different game stats.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah,
So that
yeah.
the one I'm doing okay on. But
Okay.
yeah, Kenneth Walker MVP, 100 paid 650 at $50 on it, 50 pesos. So I won 325. Cooper Cup, AJ Barner, Austin Hooper. Those guys all paid me plus money on their receptions.
Yeah.
And then you could tell the fix was in for Hooper to get a catch because he hadn't even played the whole game.
Right.
And then in the third quarter, they put him in for one play. Boom, he runs across the middle, catches
Throw
a
it
little
to yeah.
yarder.
Yeah.
He runs straight to the sideline. He was celebrating this shit like, oh, yeah, I got it.
Yeah, he probably's like, hey, my grandma put 10 grand on me to get a catch. Can I get in there, coach? Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Throw on the ball, man. So
But yeah, so the props did well. But then on the Super Bowl plays, I swept on my Super Bowl plays.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I had Seattle -4, the under. I parlayed those two together for 100. 100 paid 3-1. And then I had a big teaser, a $500 big teaser that hit. On the big teaser, I had Seattle plus 8.5.
Oh, yep.
New England plus 17.5.
Okay. Yeah, they lost by 14. Okay.
And under 58.5. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, those see that's that the big teaser, that thing it's hard not to hit unless you pick the wrong team, right? It's hard not to hit because it gives you such a especially if you pick the winner like the favorite and they're only like a 2-point favorite, that drops them, into what like 10
just
point.
Being able to flip it from being a favorite to being a dog.
Yeah.
Helps.
Yeah.
But that 13 points, that's like an Oklahoma cheerleader. You got lots of cushion. So
don't be under. And don't be under.
Don't be under.
Yeah, do not be under.
It's going over.
So let me ask you this: what would you have done different if looking at what we did this time? How we did. What would you do different when you did some of these big teasers or some of those? Like, what would be different?
Well, one of the things I would look at is the teams that I'm betting on. You definitely got to take your heart out of it.
Yes. Yeah.
And then I would look at teams that played well on the road. So, who do you think were the best two teams against the spread on the road this year?
Best two teams against the spread on the road: New England and Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle and New England, 8-1, 7-1. Yeah. Let me ask you. Who was the worst team on the road against the spread?
The worst team on the road against the spread got to be like Dallas or Cleveland or something like that.
The Chiefs.
Oh, well, yeah, you're right. You know what?
Chiefs.
Even when they were making the playoffs last couple years, they were a terrible spread team. Yeah, that's weird.
They were huge favorites so many times and they never covered.
Yeah, good point. That's a good point. Yeah.
So, what about home teams against the spread? Who do you think were the best two? How about the best three?
The best three home teams against the spread. I'd probably go Denver, Seattle, and the Rams.
Those are good guesses. The Rams are number 2.
Okay.
Jags are number 1.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Cleveland Browns are number 3.
Wow. Yeah. Well, you know why? Because they're always picked to lose. And they they win a few games here and there at home.
Well, their defense didn't let them get blown out.
True. Oh, okay. So they still cover even though they might have lost. Okay.
Yeah,
makes sense. And they were probably big dogs too. So yeah, that helps too. Oh wow, makes sense.
Buffalo was one of the worst 5 teams.
Yeah, I could see that.
Tampa Bay was the worst. So
gotcha.
The last 3 was Tampa Bay, Arizona, Baltimore.
Wow.
Won't be that way next year.
Yeah.
Look out for Baltimore.
I like it.
What about just in general? NFL best teams against the spread.
NFL's best teams against the spread. 49ers, Bears, and Broncos.
See, that's why we watch It's That Easy, so we know not to say those. The Jags and the Rams and the Seahawks are all 12-5.
Well, I knew those. I was adding the other ones. I was adding like 3, 4,
Yeah, I knew that.
4, 5, and 6. Yeah, that's what I was looking
And
for.
let me tell
So.
you, in the top 10 are the Bears and the Texans.
Yeah.
I
Well,
couldn't believe that.
Bears because they were the cardiac kids. Texans because their defense held them in every game.
Stupid Cowboys are down near the bottom.
Oh, yeah, we're terrible. Yeah, that's what happens when you don't have a good defense. I mean, you're talking like defenses got the Patriots to the Super Bowl. They got the Broncos to the championship game. They got the Seahawks a championship. They got the Texans they were a bad team in the early in the season, and then they shot up. It got the 49ers with a bunch of injuries into the playoffs as well. If you got defense, you win games, basically. You know, you may not win it all every time, but you stay in the game. The Cowboys had just offense, no defense. Yeah, you sit at home and watch the thing.
Something else that I learned. Weeks 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16.
Okay.
Our favorites covering against the spread are down to like 25, 30%.
Wow.
And I went back and looked. I went back and looked the last 10 years, and it's that way every year.
So at the end of the season, the home team.
At the end of the season, you're either betting the dogs or you're not betting.
Gotcha.
So
wow.
Yeah, that's a couple of things that I won't do again.
I like it.
Yeah, I definitely learned a few things that I will be imparting my wisdom next season.
Can't wait, man. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, when we start our new season, I'm definitely going to try to get something else from one of the sites, either MyBookie or who knows, man, Prop Kings and a bunch of those other guys are really starting to take up. DraftKings is getting huge in Vegas. Now they're going to be doing sportsbook.
Nice. Nice.
Even Robinhood now, investing.
Yeah.
They're switching over to allow sportsbook on that also.
Oh, so yeah, I'm big into crypto. I have crypto.com and Coinbase are both now allowing you to bet. Coinbase is just doing moneyline. Crypto.com now does the spread and over-unders on at least football, basketball, and hockey up to this point. I'm sure they're going to do baseball as well as it comes up. So, yeah, they're all jumping in. They call them, what do they call it? Predictions. You're making predictions. You're not betting. You're not gambling. You're making predictions. So yeah.
I'm going to email these guys and see if we can't put something together to give like a good bonus if we have people that use our link.
That would be great. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yep.
And then I'm gonna try to get guys to put like $100 in, $200 in. And if they match it 2 to 1, okay, now you've got $200, $300, $400 to play with. Now let's do this system again with these teasers.
Yeah. So. No, I like it, man. I like it.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of fun this season. We didn't even touch on the college football season. Man, college was so much fun. And I learned about some of these favorites, right? Like the big teams, like they cover when it's like 17 points, and I'm like, come on, really? They're gonna beat a team by 7, and then they beat them by like 24 points or something. Like the good teams are really good, and they cover quite a bit. Even when you don't think they're gonna cover, even when it's like that seems too high. But so that was good. I got this thing here that I wanted to do some lessons learned. Here's what I learned about on doing this. Number 1, do not bet your team. I can't tell you how many bets I lost on the Cowboys this season because I somehow talked myself into like, we're going to change. They're going to turn it around this time. I remember one of the worst ones was Dallas going to Denver. I thought it was going to be closer than it was because Dallas had won a few games. Yeah, we got destroyed in Denver, man. It was so bad. And then we go on this streak of like they beat the Eagles. We beat the Eagles at home. We beat the Chiefs. Remember on Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
And then I think we lost to the Lions. So I thought we win those 2 games, we're going to go beat the Lions. Yeah, we look so like exact opposite team.
Cool.
So things like that, I was like, man, don't bet your team because even though you don't want to be, you're trying to make like, oh, I know how we're going to win and how they're going to. Yeah. You talk yourself into bets that you should not be taking. And then, which goes to my next point. You have to take your emotions out of the bets, because I remember I would bet like the noon games. And if I lost, I was like, you know what? I'm making this up. I'm going to bet 3 o'clock games. And then if I lost that, I said, well, now I have to bet on the Sunday night game, even if I didn't want to. Even if it was a horrible game, I said, I got to bet on that one to make up for it, And you get emotional, and by the time you know it, you've lost way more than you won, and you're like, yeah, I don't ever want to bet again until Monday night came around,
So next week, yeah.
And I don't. Okay, you tell me the stat again. Say the stat about the over and the unders that you told me earlier.
285 games this year. 51% went over.
Wow. Yeah. It sure did seem like 151% went over, because every time I bet the under, somebody, they went over. And, and the big teasers, those really helped. I think I would, if you did nothing but those, I think I would always be over, because you drop it down into the 20s or,
that's
low
not a
30s.
bad idea.
Yeah.
What if we did a big teaser next year? Every week we pick one, and we just do the total.
Just do total.
Yeah. Total down 13 points and play the over.
Yep. Yeah. And I bet you most times, 51% of the time, you'd win. But if you pick,
I bet more than that, yeah.
If you just pick all the 51%ers, then you're 100% right there, man. So yeah.
There you go.
And then the last one, this is scary to me. You bet some good bets. You bet some big bets. The biggest bet that I put was probably the $75 that I bet on Seattle to cover, and then I had teased down the total a little bit and to go over for the Super Bowl, and it won me $200. That was the biggest bet that I did. Most of my bets are pretty small. I'd say with like $10-$20 here and there. Because, I do not want to lose money and then have to move back into that cardboard box. That's too scary, yeah. So, But, I was like, do not bet. Because even the short things, how many times did we bet on something that we were like, oh, yeah, this team's definitely going to cover this or they're going to win, and they lose? Like, how many times did that happen? It felt like every weekend somebody did that, So, you got to be careful with that stuff. But
2 weeks in a row with the old man Rivers. He
True.
got me.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So, it was lessons learned. So I didn't put a slide on here, but we will continue to do some football shows throughout till we get there. And what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about the draft. The draft's coming up in a month and a half. In 2 months, basically. 2 months, the draft will be here. So that'll be good. What else are we going to touch on?
We're going to talk about some of these trades coming up. We're going to talk about some of these new coaches.
Yeah, new coaches.
It's a coaching carousel.
Yeah.
8 teams.
Yeah. And, and we need to make sure to talk about college football. I'm looking forward to college football. I think that's going to be good. That's another one, right? You know what saved me? The fact that the Longhorns, there are probably 3 games that the Longhorns had to come back at the very end in the fourth quarter and go into overtime and win. Mississippi State was one of them. That's the only reason I survived that, because I bet on Texas practically every weekend. And if it weren't for some fluke plays here and there, I would have lost quite a bit. So, but I can't wait for college. College is going to be fun. I think Texas is going to have a really good team, in addition to obviously a bunch of other teams. But it's going to be fun, man. I can't wait to watch them. So,
yeah.
But, all right, man. So if you're watching, make sure to like and subscribe. We would love to have that. We're going to continue to do, you'll see us throw in some basketball here. I'm actually going to try and get really good at baseball, betting, not baseball, at playing. And that's going to start here in April too. So we got a lot of stuff coming up. So it'll be good, man. Any closing remarks for our football season?
No, man, this was great, man. I'm glad you put this together. This was, I had a lot of fun and learned a lot.
Yeah.
Made a little money. So.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the made a little money. I did make a little money. That's about it. So, little as in negative money. So, but that's so cool. It was fun. It was a good time, man. So, so all right, man, for Big Peso and myself, we will be talking to you guys again. So be on the lookout for the next show. Just start saving your money, because when it comes, football season starts again, you're going to have all that money to start putting it in there. So I can't wait. All right, man. We'll see you guys later.